So since my sophomore year, I've been involved with the Royal Oak Model United Nations team, or is known Roman. I've written about a few conferences before, but in February of 2019, I had the opportunity to travel to Chicago with the team and compete in a national conference. And it was an amazing experience just going to Chicago, and that's somewhere I visited a lot, and I'm actually going to college there next year. But being in the city with this team, it opened up a lot more cultural doors to looking at different things and seeing different aspects of the city, being really open-minded and inquiring about what more the city has to offer in that international aspect. And I've always thought of like the UN in New York being that really big center for international politics and like our interaction with the international world, but I didn't realize just how big it spans across the United States. In Chicago, there are embassies and there are consulates on every corner of the street because it's a big city and it's involved in the international community. And in fact, I went to visit my sister there, and we went to a small Thai restaurant that happened to be right next door to the Thai consulate. It was very eye-opening being there in another aspect. Instead of being a tourist, I was there representing our school, representing our team, and representing this conference. And furthering that, being in the conference, we being a very small team, only 8 of us attended, and being a new team to this conference, we all had to take on the duty of being a very small country, Palau. Palau is a series of islands. It has one high school. That is how big Palau is. It's roughly about the third of the size of Royal Oak. And being such a small country, you have to fight to get attention in a conference room. You have to make yourself known because people overlook you. They don't see you with a status of power. So being there, you have to be very, very creative about what you're doing and how you're placing yourself forward. Luckily, we were in teams of 2, so myself and another student, Annie Cardinelli, were working together in this conference. And I was much more of a speaker. She was much more of a caucuser and like small conferencing. But we had to take on a strategy to make ourselves known in this room and make ourselves a powerhouse just as much as any other large country. And that's a really big aspect of Model UN, is overcoming those pre-notions of your country. Because you'll see Russia's and United States will sit in the back of the room and do nothing, while you're seeing the Trinidad and Tobago's and the small island nations are stepping up. It really doesn't matter what country you're assigned. As long as you are strong and you are confident, you can do anything in Model UN. And this conference really highlighted that for me because myself and my partner ended up becoming very powerful aspects of this room, and we actually contribute a lot to the resolution that we put forward on the final day. And being in that environment and being in somewhere that was completely new because we were so used to smaller conferences and we were used to conferences where our team and our names were known. But being there, it forced us to take on an inquiring and open-minded aspect of ourselves while we fought to prove ourselves and become like worthy to these people. We had to be creative about our strategy. We had to lay down a groundwork for the teams who will come after us.